Hey folks, Lemon02. We're one player away from starting another Legacy Cube draft. And hopefully we get started here in a second. So what do we feel like doing tonight? I don't want to go in with the mindset of forcing it. I think we're going to try to draft well this evening. Unlike our first draft last night. And we'll see how it goes. You know what I think we do here is take the Underground Sea, be mature. Let's see what the last card is. Yeah, Overgrown Battlement. So, in my opinion, like the cards I like the most in this pack. Alright, well, Thalia is my signature card. The cards I think are the most powerful in this pack, though. Underground Sea, Sylvan Library. Entomb is very powerful but speculative, and if it were to wheel, which I think the chances of that are fairly low, although it all depends on who's in the cube. You know, I don't need to be reanimated. I think the Underground Sea is just powerful. It just leaves us very open. So let's go ahead and take it. What are we hoping to wheel in this pack? You know, we go Esperpie and get an Anguish Unmaking back. Spell Queller. The Entomb could randomly come back. Banishing Light's powerful. For Grixis, Char is okay. Tamiyo's never going to come back. It's a Planeswalker. Even though I think it's like one of the less good ones. So let's take the Underground Sea. And see what's next coming our way. So we don't really have a direction yet, other than we know we have decent mana in blue-black. I think if you're able to take fixing early, you tend to want to. So, Griselbrand, Exhume. Someone passed both those cards. We just passed the Entomb. Goodness gracious, guys. What's the adult pick here? Well, I guess there really isn't a good blue card. I think Dissipate's I mean, it's a counter in this cube, which is good. Kiki Jiki can just randomly win you a lot of games, but it is triple red. So, I think what we do here is we take the Griselbrand. We just passed an Entomb, though. I don't know. We're going to take the Griselbrand speculatively. This deck sometimes wheels. Gilded Lotus is pretty nice. What does Wharf Infiltrator do? Skulk? That's kind of cool. It goes with Reanimator, but I think the card is overall kind of weak. So I think I stay open here. I think I want to stay open here. Imperial Recruiter is interesting after seeing Kiki Jiki. So Plateau in this pack. Gilded Lotus is very powerful. Ugin is very powerful as well. I'm almost debating taking a speculative Ugin, but I think Ugin's better in a green-based deck. Cyclonic Rift is good interaction. Again, this is a pretty tough one. I think what we're going to do here is take the Wharf Infiltrator speculatively. Living Death is not the kind of Reanimator card we want. So, Augur's interesting. I think the red-black lands are the most likely to be able to pick up. Or like the white-green and the black-red. I think those are generally the least played duels. And the reason I'm mentioning that is I'm looking at the Flame Tongue Kavu kind of interested. What do I think of Augur? Augur is definitely the best pick if we do pick up the Entomb and the Exhume and some more Reanimator effects. We don't have to set up anything that combos with it now. I like Incendiary Flow and Flame Tongue kind of in the dark, though, out of this pack. I think Augur's not really a sign. Neither's Remove Soul to me, though. I think I pick up the Augur here. Okay, well, Death and Taxes is open as always. We may force a little bit. We're going to pick up the Brainstorm. We don't have shuffle effects yet, and we still have lands in this, but they're not the best. City of Brass is a fine card, but like I don't plan on going more than 2 to 3 colors. We'll pick up the Brainstorm. Okay, here, Merfolk Looter is definitely a combo, but I already have the Wharf Infiltrator. I think Merfolk Looter is a better card at what it does than Wharf Infiltrator. Deep Analysis is kind of aged. It is very powerful, though. Really, it's the flashback capability that makes it powerful. 2 mana for 2 cards is fine. I think I'm going to take the Sulphur Falls, though. here. I think the most powerful card is Phyrexian Arena. And I don't think the Dark Depths combo's in the deck, so I think Vampire Hexmage is just like random Planeswalker removal. We'll pick up the Phyrexian Arena. Okay, and like we kind of talked about, this is our first pack back, so someone took the Entomb, which means the Exhume's going to be gone. Una's Prowler is good in the Reanimator deck, but I think I'm going to take the Dragon Skull Summit. Oh, wait, no, we're way off. Wow. Okay, well, actually, you know, we wheeled like the perfect. Yeah, I like Chain Lightning a lot, though. In this pack, I don't like... I'm not as high on Cyclonic Rift in this cube, because it just takes so much mana to make it really good, as I am like something like, what's it called? Into the Royal. Rift Bolt may be the pick here. We have 2 red fixing. That's good early interaction. Well... Okay, well, we just picked up random there. Incendiary Flow, that's definitely getting in there. I like that a lot more, actually. Take the Kithian. I like that a lot more. Oh, perfect. That's actually very good. Roast is a board card, but it's good. I like Incendiary Flow. So, like, the reason I vacillated there and I actually missed the pick on Rift Bolt is because I don't like it having the effect the turn after. Liliana, I think, is the pick here, even though I really like the Muldrifter, the Scalding Tarn, and the Compulsive Research is fine. I think we wheel Compulsive Research out of this pack, and Young Pyromancer is not terrible either. There's going to be something that wheels for us out of this pack, but I think Liliana is just the strongest card, and it helps complement kind of what we have going on right now. So I think the Dark Ritual will wheel. That said, what do we like the most out of this? The Stratus Dancer is kind of inefficient. The Hanger Back is like just good early interaction, and if we like do randomly get like, I don't know, Dark Ritual would actually probably be played in this deck with Phyrexian Arena, Liliana. It's just really good in that situation, but then again, it doesn't really fix anything else. I think it wheels though. But then again, do we want to signal like that blue is being a little bit cut? Going from this direction, because the last direction it seemed like it was decently cut. Stratus Dancer is like randomly good, and we don't have counter magic yet. Let's take it. It's a 3. So Verdant Catacombs is very strong, but I think I need Preordain in a deck like this. Also wouldn't mind wheeling the Mirror Battlesphere. It's a good reanimation target. So let's take this. I think Reanimator is very open. When Exhume and Entomb both wheel, and maybe, when they both wheel, I think that tends to be a very big sign. Dark Petition is very interesting to me. So is Chainer's Edict. And the burn is fine. It's 2 red mana burn, though, which I don't like as much. I think Vendilion Click is our pick here, though. I think it does a lot for you. It does a lot of work. Languish, I think, is cool in a deck like this. So, looking at our creature count, we have a Wharf Infiltrator, which is really a combo piece. We have an Augur Bolus, which finds combo pieces. We don't really care if it dies. I think Languish is the card we want here. Runescar Demon's an interesting reanimation target, but, like, Wrath effects are generally irreplaceable. Now, watch, we're going to, like, pick up, oh, wait, Lava Claw? Phantasmal Image is probably the strongest card in the pack. I like Go for the Throat a lot. Wretched Confluence is a little slow in a May Wheel. I think we're going to pick up the Lava Claw here, though. It just fixes. So, mana's looking good. We're kind of on Reanimator again. Like, I guess we, like, redraft the decks that we've drafted before all the time. It's just, when it's open, it's open. And the Gristle Baron was speculative, but as soon as we saw the Entomb, like, I'm almost positive this deck is open. Like, I just don't see that stuff wheeling and someone trying to jump into it late game. Unless they're on, like, the Rock build of it. Rock build may make sense. But I think we'll see the Necromancy. I think we'll see the Reanimate effect. Unless someone like randomly just gets like some decent ETB creatures. Ever After is not playable. What do I think of Sower? I think, well, in this pack, Sower is obviously the pick. But I don't know if I like it in this deck. Because I have the Wrath. Repeal is probably the card for us. I don't know if it's good in this deck yet. Like I said, for this kind of deck, I really want, like, what is the card called again? I always forget these card names. The kicker one. The one that gives us a card if we pay 4 mana on it. Repeal on like the draw is generally just so bad, though. On the play, it's better. Just you're always one mana behind, right? Because this is a one land a turn deck, and it has some lands that do randomly come into play tapped. Okay, so we did not get the Scolding Tarn back. That's fine, though. We did get the Pyromancer. How many spells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's not really a spell that combos with it. 7? Compulsive Research may be the card here. Not playing at instant speed, I think, is a lot worse, though. We're going to take the Compulsive Research here. We'll take the Dark Ritual. We may start it. We'll take the Bonfire. It's the best card for us if we have to play it, you know. There was definitely an argument to the Pyroclasm in the pack we took the Compulsive Research. The reason I opted against it is because I already have the Languish for like a Wrath effect. Now, obviously, I'm hoping to pick up cards like Damnation. Toxic Deluge, I think, is much less likely because the card is just more splashable. Given it has to be in like the right deck. And that's also why I was talking about Sower and like not per se liking it this deck, because I can see us in a deck like this getting behind a lot easier. I think here we're going to take the Twisted Firecraft. I think it's, well, we're not going to play against any of this stuff. I think that card's pretty strong. Nothing in this is great. None of them are really a sign. We'll take a Mishra's Factory. I don't know if we'll start it. So Red Deck Wins is probably open. Actually, not probably. It is. It's 100% open. Which is kind of cool, because that means we can pick up some more early interaction, more than likely. But those cards, the random early interaction is more splashable, because, I mean, you have, like, decks like us that, you know, want, like, the 1 red mana burn spells. Now, Incendiary Flow, well, both of mine are sorceries, which is definitely a little bit less optimal for this kind of deck. We do have a Brainstorm in this deck, which is actually randomly nice. Here, I think, again, is black that open right now? I think we can wheel the Kalitas. I think we take the Sphinx as another reanimation target. And oddly enough, we have yet to see more reanimation effects, which means maybe someone did jump into like a rock version of the deck. I think the blue-black version is open, and I think the blue-black version tends to be less value-based, but I think it's more powerful. Malicious Affliction is a very strong card. Victimize is a terrible reanimator card. Goblin Dark Dwellers is interesting. That's instant or sorcery. But we do have a few. But I think Collected Brutality is the card for us. Early interaction plus discard to protect ourselves against control. Just a flexible card. And it can discard our Graceful Brand or our Sphinx if we want to reanimate it. So we only have one reanimate effect right now. We definitely want to pick up one to two more. In this pick here. Rakdos Return is kind of a cool control card. Again, let's look at our spell count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That actually counts. 8, 9, 10. Thing in the Ice may be the pick. I think the Disfigure will wheel. The Disfigure is like the kind of interaction we want, but I think Thing in the Ice is the pick up here. It's good protection. Or Firebolt may wheel. That's counter magic. Do I like Duress better? It's a 4 mana counter spell. It's just a lot. It's very inefficient. I think randomly enough, well, the Bob, I have like reanimation targets in the deck, even though like my curve is pretty low outside of those cards. I think I like the Duress here. Or the Temple of Malice is interesting too, but I only have 2 red cards right now, so like, do I really need the red fixing? Armageddon, can't beat it. Yeah, Jace. Jace will get in there. Jace is good in this deck. Or Magma Jet. Magma Jet's also good early interaction, but we have like 1, 2, 3. I think we'll wheel either the Firebolt, probably the Disfigure though. We'll pick this up. Drawing cards is always good. A Dungeon Geist? Inquisition is probably the pickup here. It stops. It's just good against any deck. Like, Grim is also cool. Dungeon Geist is a fine mid-range blue card, but it's kind of in the same place that Sower's in. Whereas, like, Thing is actually actively good in a deck like this. We only have 8 creatures. We have a lot of spells. Stratus Dancer may or may not stay in there. I had Glenn Alondra last time I did this, and she ended up being like a real... I mean, this is silly to say, but she ended up being like a really a bomb card, obviously, in a deck like this. Dread Return. So we're on our third package, or our third pack. Is there a way to cheat Mindslaver into play? I don't think so. I think Force Spike is the pickup here. It's just decent early interaction. Searing Spear is the pickup here. Kaiga's not where we want to be. Searing Spear being an instant is nice. So we're actually going to have to cut. We're at 25 playables right now. Some of them are suboptimals. And this is, I like this this Arc Trail. This is nice. Storm Chaser is always interesting, but like, not high on that card. Okay. So I think the cards we're looking at in this pack did not wheel. Goblin Dark Dwellers is interesting. So we have 3 ways to fix red. We have like infinite instants and sorceries. Compulsive Research is good. Any of the burns fine. Collective Brutality is fine. Exhumes, obviously, I mean, it could be fine. Yeah, okay. We'll put this in the deck. Someone picked up the Disfigure. So, and someone also of note, I forgot to mention it, picked up, we'll take this. It could be good in like the Control V-Mirror. Someone also picked up the Kalitas, which, Kalitas is a good card, so if you're in black, I mean, it probably makes sense. Someone also picked up the Damnation and the Toxic Deluge. Like I said, Toxic Deluge is not as much of a symbol for black. I mean, they could be splashing it for that card if they're control, like an Esper Pie. So, what do we think of this deck? Sower might be randomly good. We don't have a lot of counters to protect it, though. I don't know if I like Sower. This is randomly good against control, too. This is good against aggro. And we're going to be putting a lot of cards in the graveyard with a highly spell-based deck like this. Yeah, so we're in Grixis again. What are our suboptimals? Old Man of the Sea is good against aggro. So we have some good, like a good aggro control, or a good aggro package with our burn. So we have Roast, we have Grim, Old Man. Okay, so we're in builds right now. Let's go ahead and add basics and see what it tells us. Yeah, we only have 12 lands. This is a 17 land deck. Because I think like we randomly have ounce to casting our win cons in Gristlebrand and Consecrated Sphinx. So what don't we like? I think the Duress main is pretty aggressive. I think the Incendiary Flow is the worst of our 2-mana burn. Arc Trail is a sorcery, but it hits 2 things. Is Wharf... Well, a Stratus Dancer good enough? We don't really have a lot of counter magic. We have good control. Let's take it out for now. We'll put it in the control matchup. So we're at 37. We have 3 lines up to 15. Is there anything we don't like in the 3 spot? So Phyrexian Arena and Jace Beleren are kind of replaceable effects, although Jace dies randomly to more. Do I like the Sower enough? Can I protect the Sower is really what it comes down to. Can I protect the Sower? I don't think I have good ounce to protecting the Sower in this deck. I think the Sower just dies to so much. I mean, it's really... I think Sower is a board card against, like, mono green. Against, like, a mono green ramp deck that plays, like, a Primeval Titan, we'll put this in. I don't think we started, though, because if they have interaction and removal, like, we can't protect it. And I think it's a worse card than, like, Vendilion Click. We have Languish in the deck, so what does that kill? It kills the Wharf Infiltrator, it kills the Augur, which we don't really care about either of those cards dying to it. Vendilion Click is kind of a spell, too. I mean, it could randomly just win games. But otherwise, it's actually pretty good in the deck. I wish I had better Wrath than that. I wish I had, like, a Damnation. That's just a better card for Come Back From Behind. And then Repeal... I don't know on Repeal. Repeal, like... So what ounce do we have to Planeswalkers? We burn Planeswalkers off. It's hard to attack Planeswalkers with this deck. We can't counter them. I think we may need Repeal. Just for, like... Well, we do have the Lava Claw Reaches, which can, like, randomly kill Planeswalkers. It'd be a lot better if it was the blue-black one, the Creeping Tar Pit. Duress can get them, too, so if it's a mono Planeswalker deck, we'll bring it in. Revoker's an option board, but I just don't like that card in an Anguish deck. So, let's add our lands. We're still, obviously, too heavy on playables. So we have... We have 6 red, 7 black, 16 lander. No, I don't think it is. I think it's a 17 land deck. Do we cut the Pillar of Flame? Yeah, maybe we do. The Bolt just randomly has more value. The Pillar of Flame is like good against some cards, like the Recursion cards. Rook up 4 Spike. Maybe the play is we cut 4 Spike. Like, it can randomly get people, but since we don't have a lot of counter magic, like, people can just play around that. And, like, I would rather... Yeah, suggest lands. Oh, it doesn't know what to do. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we go black here. Let's look at our requirements. 2 black, 1 drops. Wow, like it's almost dead even across the board. Red is obviously the least. It is. It's like almost dead even across the board. All right, we're going to have 1 more black, though, because of the Languish. The Languish is the first card that makes it make sense. So 17 lander, 7 creatures. Ouch to reanimation, but really more of a control deck. We only have 1 Planeswalker. Oh, correction, 2. No, we have the Jace and the Lily. Do we want the Dark Ritual? Meh. We're a 3-color deck. It doesn't fix for anything. If we were like a 2-color deck, I'd consider it. Because like Lily turn 1 is just awesome. Like Lily turn 1 is like game. But do we need to do that? No, we have a lot of early interaction removal to still set up Lily on turn 3 to make it good. And we have a lot more we can bring in. Okay, let's save it. These are probably going to be some more interesting games. We may just scrub horribly. But I think this deck's pretty cool. Wharf Infiltrator I don't like. Especially in like a 7-creature deck. Well, a 6-creature deck if you already have it in play. But it does loot. Which is decent in control and can randomly just win us the game off reanimation effects. Okay. I think it's really bizarre that we saw Entomb and Exhume wheel in pack 1. And then like it was just gone in pack 2. I don't know what an opponent... Maybe an opponent saw, like, Recurring Nightmare. And they already had, like, a good mid-range green deck, and they just decided to jump into it because they saw Recurring Nightmare upon opening. That's just weird to me, though. Okay, so game 1. Let's wish the opponent luck and fun. We'll play first. This is a keepable hand. It's not great. It's not great. We play the Wharf Infiltrator first, but in the dark, it's keepable. And really, it's because of Wharf Infiltrator, plus the thing is like a continuous threat. And we do have the Collective Brutality, so if we ever decide to go off, we like happen to like hit well with the Wharf Infiltrator, we can protect it. And or if we just randomly draw, well, I guess we have 2 ways of discarding things from our hand, so that's not that relevant. They're considering, they're either AFK or they're considering their keep. This deck seems fun, though. The Wharf Infiltrator is definitely a clunker. Like, I would have rather had the Looter. The best is obviously Looter Ilkor. The Merfolk Looter's fine, though. I mean, Wharf Infiltrator just randomly gets blocked by, like, you know, Dragon Fodder tokens or, like, Mana Dorks. Which is why it's worse. I mean, obviously it has higher upside if you have a high creature count deck. And you're just ditching them and then paying 2 mana to get value off of it. Because, I mean, you're essentially getting like a 2-for-1. I mean, if you consider 3-2 a card, essentially. But, I don't think that value is going to come into play in this deck, so it is like the worst looter. It has to attack to get the effect. Or it has to actually damage, right? Yeah. So it has to deal damage. Well, I'm more on the guessing... The end of the guessing spectrum that our opponent has gone AFK. That, or they... Oh, nope, they're here. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to play into Wasteland here. If they got it, they got it. But we want to turn to Wharf Infiltrator. Cool, Mana Dork. Is it Mana Dork go? Yep, Mana Dork go. So, I think what we do here is this. I think we just kill this thing. Do we look inside his hand for spells, though? Alright, at this point, no, I don't want to, because I want to get value off of that. But I'm going to kill this. He could daze it. It's viable. I just don't want him to ramp beyond us. And maybe, depends on what we draw, but maybe we go with Thing in the Ice first. He's got obvious counter magic. Well, we'll play around Force Spike, I guess. We're going to play this thing out. If he wants to counter a 1-1, that's cool. I think he's on blue-green, though. Maybe blue-green opposition. He's considering countering it. I'm fine with that. That's why I played it. Okay, he does not. Next turn, we'll be able to play around Miscalculation with Thing in the Ice, and then we'll set up like a longer range. If we keep on drawing lands, Compulsive Research should be fine. We'll just ditch some and get up on cards. It obviously depends on what he does. I mean, he can play another 1-1. Like I said, like random Arbor Elf is like just good against Wharf Infiltrator. Not that I think he'd block it, because like I think to him Arbor Elf is more valuable. But it depends on what he's on. All right, he's missed on lands. Maybe we're going to see like a 3 visits or something. Or no, Den Protector for no value. Interesting. Okie doke. That's weird, but I guess he had to because he wanted to get mana off that. Okay, well, we're going to try to screw him here, guys. I don't have mana fixing right now, and I'm not going to try to be greedy and draw into it. I guess I should have... You know what? Let's do this. We misplayed this, guys. We should have attacked him before we played that land, because we get to see for free. This thing has Skulk, so it can't be blocked. We're probably going to kill the Den Protector, though, because Gaia's Cradle will lose so much value off of it. Yeah, we screwed it up, guys. We screwed it up. Well, that's all right. You live, you learn. You know, but yeah, we should have waited off after this to play our swamp. We're going to burn this off anyways. It's just I want to keep him down on lands. I don't have an extremely fast hand. I am kind of banking on Compulsive Research to draw me into gas. All right, he misses. Cool. What does he have in hand? Counterspells? A Gaia's Cradle counterspell deck is interesting to me. That is cool. That is very cool. So I think, first things first, we attack in. We will discard this. We'll get a free 2-2, or 3-2 rather. And now, what do I think? I think we do this. We're probably going to get... we didn't get countered. You know what? Let's wait. Let's just do this. We'll play this thing out. Pass it back. I know we could have used our Entomb. Alright, he's going to ponder, looking for lands or creatures. Lands or creatures. 1 mana creatures. Well, 2 mana creatures would work here. I don't feel like I want Entomb, though, because if I do randomly draw the Gristlebrand, I can just get random value off of the Wharf Infiltrator, and it's like just as good. I don't know. Mary might be right. I definitely wish I had a Damnation against the kind of deck I'm assuming I'm playing against. But he may be like some weird, like, Planeswalker-based build of it. And that's exactly what we're talking about. So we'll get the value off the Wharf Infiltrator. Obviously, well, I guess we still kind of get a draw for the turn. All right, let's attack in. He may remove something. We'll see. We'll get another free 3-2, though. I mean, like, he's got to answer this. Thing in the Ice is kind of a nombo with, like, the Reanimator strategy. We'll ditch that thing. If he has, like, a counterspell, cool. Okay. Alright, Wharf Infiltrator's been turned off. Hmm. So Wharf Infiltrator does nothing here. I think I want more blue mana. But he has possible, like, Miscalc, Mana Leak are the two cards. I mean, maybe Condescend is in this. So maybe we do play our land out. I think we go Consecrated Sphinx because we can recast it the easiest. If we do happen to bounce with our thing in the ice, which we may want to. So we'll exhume here. He's going to get either an Arbor Elf or a Dem Protector back, which is fine. We'll Vendilion click his hand on his draw step. And then we have Thing in the Ice available, so we'll draw a bunch of cards off this. Okie doke. So the reason I'm going deliberately Consecrated Sphinx, the clock is definitely not faster. He can bounce, but he may even block here. I don't know. I'm fine with him blocking. Yeah. We'll force him to block with his Sylvan Caryatid on the Wharf Infiltrator. And I don't think he blocks the other one because he needs the mana. Okie doke. So and here Consecrated Sphinx is going to do some work. He may have a counter spell for this, but if he does, like, we're just beating him. So you have 5, 6 mana right now, plus probably land in hand. What do we think here? What is the riskiest card for us? He's at 7 life. We can flip everything back to hand. Cam Colossus gets big, so does Serendib, and it can block pretty much anything. I don't think Wolfear's good here. Do I care about any of this nonsense? Garrick makes a decent bit of mana. Does he have any flyers? He has Serendib. Interesting. If he was 1 less life... He's not on land, though. So you know what? No, you're good. You're good, man. We'll let you have it. Serendib has to block one or the other. He's dead here, I think. And I think he knows it. He could, like, cast 2 threats. He could cast a Garrick and a Serendib. But the Serendib does 1 damage to him upon upkeep as well. I don't know. We'll see what he does. It's interesting. So we have the Entomb Preordained. We can, like, automatically flip our thing, which should be game against a mostly green deck. He could play the Kiora and make our Consecrated Sphinx do nothing, but, like, you know, we still have the 3-1. He can't do all the things here, so he can't get Kiora, Garrick down, plus the Serendib. The Serendib allows him to favorably block in the air. And the Consecrated Sphinx would do no damage. But we could flip all of it back and then kill one of his Planeswalkers. Likely his Kiora? I think. I don't know. So I do think the play here is to Entomb at end step. And the reason being is because if I want to recast a card next turn, it's probably going to be Consecrated Sphinx to continue to draw into gas. And I think that brings us back. So Garrick, Batterskull? Cool. You probably are going to die. Okie doke. I think we just put land in the graveyard. You know, whatever. We'll just put a land in there to tell them very little. Let's put namely and well, islands more than we want mountains right now. Put a mountain in the graveyard. We're just casting it for thing in the ice value. So let's attack in with both our flyers. So that's down to 1. Now, we may also just, like, randomly, like, draw. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so we randomly draw that. Oh, actually, you know what? And this is a cool interaction. I almost swore. Sorry. This is a cool interaction. I did not realize these were whores. So we'll do 2 to him, 1 to us. We win. Okay, cool. I failed to realize the Eldrazi's were whores that came off of the War Infiltrator, and it's a whore as well, which is pretty cool because it works with obviously the Awoken whore. So we could have won more elegantly there. My bad. Misplay. We live and we learn. Do we want more removal in this deck? Is Bonfire good? Probably. It hits Planeswalkers. Probably want Incendiary Flow. Sadly enough. Just to burn off Mana Dorks. Do we want Force Spike? I think we may want that as well. Just to, like, some things just get us. I like Goblin Dark. Well, it does threaten past a lot of his little tiny threats. I wish we had more Doomblade effects, because, like, cards like... Interestingly enough, cards like... Well, actually, you know what? This is going to be good in this matchup. I think we still leave Anguish it, even though I see cards like... that get beyond it, like Wolfier's Silverheart. I think this can probably come out. It's just slow. Although it does have Menace, which is good, like, randomly against his Mana Dorks. But I think by the time we're on 5 and he's on 5, well, he'll be on 5 before us. He'll be getting there better than we are. And maybe what we do we take out the Reanimator package? Is that better? Do we just go, like, with Roast, Goblin, this thing? He had a lot of Planeswalkers, too. This is interesting. How do we win with this, though? Yeah, I think we need, like, our Reanimator package. I think that just helps us win out of nowhere a lot faster. I don't think we can go, like, completely control, because, like, what are we winning with? A Sower and whatever he plays, a Vendclick. Consecrated Sphinx is a decent win con. But if it just, like, gets randomly, like, Hiored out, like, what are we going to do? You know? I think we have to be able to threaten that sort of thing. Duress, Duress is good against Planeswalkers. That's about it. So Grim, I'm going to take you out. Take Roast. Oh, 5 damage is a lot. Take Roast out for now, though. Sower, I think, needs to be in there. Maybe... No, Augur blocks for a while. Maybe Repeal. And maybe we replace Inquisition with Duress for this matchup. Yeah, I think this is the deck. And I know Duress is a far worse card than Inquisition, but, like, I don't think... since I'm on the draw, he's going to get his most relevant, like, low drop down. Like, you know, we'll see how it does here. So we may play the Lava Claw Reaches out first so that we can go Duress into Firebolt on the second turn. Depends on what he plays. Okay, that's fine. Like, I actually like that. I actually really like that. That means that our Lava Claw... If it was a Mana Dork, I'd be a little more concerned. And I may Duress here. But I'm going to play the Lava Claw Reaches, hoping to get, like, a 2-mana creature. And also Duress him and get his Planeswalker that he's likely to play on turn 4. So let's play this thing out. It's a clunker, but we're going to save our other swap for compulsive research on turn 3. So turn 2 I think is going to be strong. Let's see what he plays. Hopefully it's a creature. No. Interesting. Well, let us then do this, I think. We play our island. Just to play around like a random 4-spiker days. We'll Duress here. Interesting. So what does he have here that does anything? Cam Colossus is pretty decent. Opposition. Yeah, I think we got to take care of that now. Okay. I think we're going to brainstorm at end step, hoping to hit an Entomb and get rid of the Gristlebrand. We also have compulsive research, though. We may still Brainstorm anyways. I'm trying to think if we have good shuffle effects in this. I don't think we do. Brainstorm was an include in this deck specifically just to get rid of the Gristlebrand if we happen to run away. We're going to see a Serendib here, which we can't do much about. But we're going to need our mana this game. Let's hopefully draw well. We're going to do 2 cards. We don't want this. And we don't want the other swamp. The red mana may be relevant if we want to cast multiple spells to hit that Serendib. Actually, we're probably going to try to burn out the Garruk. The Garruk is the most threatening. And hopefully he just pumps it, trying to, like, get after random, like, you know... We're glad that opposition's gone. Okay, Garruk, probably making a beast. Which stinks. Well, actually not. Okay, we're not in a bad spot here, guys. Interesting. Alright, well, first things first. We have to remove the Garruk. Now, what we really need is a Languish. Languish is their best draw. That would allow us to really come back from behind on this. He's going to play Chameleon Colossus, which Languish can still randomly get. The worst thing we'll have to do is cast out a Liliana. Now, he has the Baloth this turn, I think. But if we can... It's close. We may just be dead this one. He's got a lot of creatures, and like I said, we don't have counter spells. And we didn't get a lot of like the Doomblade effects. This card's very good. Whoa. Well, this is kind of a... This is bad for us, but we got to do this, unfortunately. Now, let's take this silly thing. That was pretty good, too. I forgot about Sower. So now I guess we don't want Languish at all. If he has removal, we're in trouble. But at least this turns off his Westvale Abbey random ounce. We know opposition's not in the deck any longer. What removal could he have? Song of Dryads. Beast Within. Bounce would do it. He could get 1 free 4/4, but we just replay it next turn with 2 additional mana, possibly like Collective Brutality. He has an attack with his 3/4, his Serendib, which is an awesome card. I wish I had the old art. The old art is so much cooler than that random VMAR, I think it is. Yeah. The old Arabian Nights art. First expansion of Magic. Well, I'm glad to see he's in a quandary. You get me. Sylvan Library, so he's trying to draw into gas. He has another random creature. Whoa, I forget. The Obstinate Baloth, maybe? No, Cam Colossus. Okay. He'll sacrifice his Serendib. Interesting. Well, we'll attack in. Does he have removal in this deck? Maybe I want to life him really fast. If he has removal, he can just kill us next turn. He'd need 2 lands. No, he can't. Okay, we'll block with the Beast. He'll pump it. That's fine. It's going to occupy his mana. And we'll keep on making land drops. That's fine, because we're going to play possibly the... Well, actually, we could kill him like randomly like next turn. Do we even block if he attacks the Liliana with the Cam Colossus? No, we got to block with the Beast and force him to pump. That way he's not playing more relevant threats. That's the right play. Lava Claw is interesting too. If he attacks the Cam, Lava Claw becomes live. We have a lot of land. I kind of like our spot. So Solar of Temptation, the board plan for Solar of Temptation definitely became relevant here, and I like the Duress plan too. Note that Inquisition would not have gotten opposition and or Garrick. So as dubious as I think that was, I think Inquisition is like at least 2 to 3 times the card. All right, nothing. Cool. Okie doke. We'll force him to sack next turn. We'll be patient. We got time. He has no cards in hand. We'll just damage him, and then we'll force him to sack next turn. We'll just keep on building value. So we can attack in, actually, I think, for lethal next turn, because he'll have to sack if he doesn't get another threat. Now, he doesn't want to take 4 damage off Sylvan either, because like he's already at 9. I have a sizable board. I'm drawing extra cards. I have a Liliana, which can make him sacrifice. You know, it's going to be random stuff, but it's a blocker. At the end of the day, it's a blocker. So take the best card off this. I don't think he draws. If he draws, he's down to 3. That puts him to a 2-turn clock to the Sower, and he's already dead on board unless he gets something like... I always screw up this card name. I know I screwed up last night. I call it Hermit Druid. It's the 5-mana green card that makes a bunch of 1/1s and pumps them. Squirrels. It makes squirrels. Deranged Hermit. I'm sorry. The card names just ring familiar to me, and they look similar. Although one's a 5-drop that's, you know, really only good in opposition decks. It's a fine card. It's just like a good green mid-range card, really. And the other one is just like a combo engine that was banned completely from Legacy. But interestingly, that doesn't see a lot of play in like Vintage. Wonder why. Wonder why Reanimator doesn't see any play. I guess because the same hate that's good against Dredge is good against Reanimator. And Dredge is just a better graveyard deck in general. Well, like Hermit Druid's interesting though. I don't know. There's gotta be something cool that can be done within Vintage. Just a powerful card, you know? Plus, like, I wonder, is it good enough against shops? Is it just like randomly fixes your mana, or it gets you more mana? You know, maybe. I don't think there's anything like. I guess you get Fresh and Rovoker. I don't know. I'm just like I don't know. I think we have this, and I'm like randomly speculating about other cards. One, Hermit Drew's not even in this cube. I found that out. It'd be a cool card in this cube, though. But, I mean, I think a lot of games come down to if you have that, you win. But, I mean, then again, like, you look at it in Tomb, and, like, if you have that, well, I guess it needs another card to win. Because you could just do, like, all right, we'll draw our card. Do we win this turn? Lava Claw? Close. He's got 1 card in hand. You know, we're probably just going to, like, probably just going to get beat out here. Well, all right, here's what we do. Here is the play. I think we Lily this turn. And I think we do. So, Cryptic Command, not a card. Not a card he could have. What am I worried about here? Cryptic Command is what I was initially thinking, but I'm looking, he doesn't have the blue mana fix. Oh, he does. He does. He has blue. All right, he has Cryptic Command, possibly. Okay, so how do we lose to that? We lose to that by playing our land first. Is how we lose to it. So, well, actually, I'm silly. We have Liliana. Let's just force him to discard. He'll have to Cryptic Command here. We'll discard one of our lands. We have the other one to put another effect or another 4/4 into play and block. So Cryptic Command maybe is play here. Okay, Cryptic Command? Or what? Okie doke. Cool. That's very cool. Okay. Tap all my stuff. Fair. Good deal. Okay, I still don't think you can take damage off this. So, it wasn't Cryptic Command, but very similar effect. And I think we played that right. Because actually, we would have just been dead here. We would have been dead. Because we can't block the Cam Colossus. Now, if he finds a bounce spell for the Beast, we just lose. Which is, like, terrible. But, I mean, it'd have to be, like, Vapor Snag. If he's playing Vapor Snag in that deck, I think it's bad. Well, wait, no, it wouldn't. Well, he'd do 8. We could still block the Fiend. He'd go to 3, though, if he gets 2 cards, like a Vapor Snag and Into the Royal. Vapor Snag into the Royal, I think, would do it here. Vapor Snag down to 9 on the Beast. Into the Royal. Well, no. Vapor Snag, I think, works on the Lava Claw Reaches. Into the Royal would not work on. I think it's non-lands. Interesting. Because Vapor Snag only says creature. It doesn't say non-land. I believe Into the Royal says non-land, which would not allow it to target the Lava Claw Reaches, but would allow it to target the Beast, but Vapor Snag could hit us. If that were the case, we lose. We're going to see what he plays here. He's probably going to attack in with Bolt, because I think he has to. Do we want to block here? Well, we obviously need to block. We went down to 5. Can you do 5 more damage to us? I think we bank on saying no, because he can't play a threat if he pumps this thing. This is tough, guys. I'm trying to play around stuff, and I don't know what he could have here. He has to pump this, I think, unless he wants to lose his threat. We'll take the 5, though. Does that go to Lily? I win. Okay, cool. So I guess evidently there was nothing we could play around. He just wanted to make us make the call, and we thought about it hard because I mean, I don't know. That's kind of like, I don't like just like, excuse the language, like nut checking the opponent. It's kind of just silly to me, especially if you know you're dead. Like just concede. Well, maybe not. Maybe I would do it too. You know, try to force me to play around something. He could have legitimately drawn into 2 cards though that could have won that from 3 life. Yeah, it would have been like specifically like Vapor Snag. Venser he couldn't cast with another card. It would have to be like Vapor Snag into the Royal. Would be the cards that I can think of offhand. Yeah, I can't think of any others. Vapor Snag is a weird card in this cube. All right, let's get to our next match. So, the deck did pretty well the first round. I don't think this is as good a Grixis deck as our last one. I feel like it's probably a 2-1 deck. Is kind of what I'm feeling. This hand is definitely keepable. We have mana fixed. We have an Entomb, which, you know, we'll probably play because we don't have other ways of discarding in hand. But we'll see. We may play the Lava Claw Reaches out first, depending on first play. All right, no, we don't have to. Okay. Firebolt's going to be dead. We'll discard that with Liliana. So I think what we do is this. I think we wait on the Entomb and try to force him to counterspell it. How bad is Griselbrand here, though? Well, Griselbrand's a card we can never cast. So let's put it in the graveyard. That's cool. I want to get Liliana down. So the cool thing is I at least have a threat. Inquisition is sweet too, but so is Preordain. I think I like Inquisition better here. That's just because I kind of want to like just slow play. He's control, obviously. I mean, Island and Celestial Colony does not strike me as a tempo like aggro deck. He probably has a fetch next turn, or he's hoping to mise a fetch or a shuffle effect. What shuffle effects could he have at 3? That would not. Well, I guess he had a tapped land. I don't know. We'll see. He could be 3-color too. He could be like Esper Pie. We'll see. This may be an interesting game. Like I like these kind of games, like combo control versus control, and he may not even be that. All right, Jeskai, cool. Okay. Well, I kind of like that. Daze is the worst. Sweet. We'll get rid of it. Obviously, Liliana's like the perfect answer there. What are we going to see here? Like, what will be the worst? Jace the Mind Sculptor. Alright, Lightning Strikes the Liliana. That's 2 cards for 1. Fine with it. Here, I think what is the most interesting is playing the Lava Claw Reaches Out. It just makes us alive to drawing red mana and being able to cast, like, I guess another Entomb, maybe? I don't know, that's probably not good. Let's Inquisition him. A Brimstone Volley, Pyroclasm. Are those relevant? Not really. So here's the rub. I don't really care about his Pyroclasm. That's fine. The problem we're going to run into is we don't have Doomblade effects, and his Celestial Colonnade is going to be, like, randomly good. That's very good. Well. Yeah, we'll double bolt it next turn. I want to draw things now. I don't want to entomb that. We'll block with the Augur, obviously. And then we'll double bolt it. We got to look for another discard, though. We don't have the Duress in deck, though, which is stinky. Well, the opponent is drawing like a champ. He's drawing very, very well. We'll ditch this thing. He has Recursion mana up, which stinks, but it slows him down. I don't like it, guys. Kind of fishy. He may have has counters in his hand. Who knows? He'll counter on the backswing. This is not good. It's kind of like a tempo play, though. We're just hoping to draw good cards. He may have counters. I don't think he uses it on that, though. Okay, cool. Probably recast it. Do I have Artifact Hate in this deck? I don't think I do, actually, randomly enough. Well, the draw has not been great. Is Lava Claw Reach good here? Not really. Liliana getting burned off is unfortunate. Is there any reason to hold lands? Not really. Yeah, we're going to want Duress in this matchup. We're going to want Duress and Inquisition in this matchup. We want a lot of discards. We don't have counter spells. Maybe we even bring in the Stratus Dancer to counter stuff like Batterskull, Compulsive Research, Brimstone, Pyroclasm. It's bad against Pyroclasm. It's like it has to be countered. Let's do this. Let's see what they got. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. Cool. You lose that. I'm not going to ride this Goblin Dark Dwellers all the way, so I'm just going to buy for time. I'm going to block with it. Like, it's really sad, but I'm going to block with it. The Forked Bolt can be good on the if I were to like activate the Lava Claw to block. I can't ride this Goblin Dark Dwellers all the way, though. Well, if the opponent draws like straight gas every turn, I cannot win. Our draw has not been great. I think the play here is to block the mountain land. The reason being, it just makes Batterskull worse. That is not good against an active Batterskull, but we got to run it. You can go ahead and plus and then tap your mountains to do damage. Is that what it is? Alright, we're getting hit for 8. Not in a good spot, guys. This opponent has drawn straight gas, though. Straight gas. You gonna make my mountain a 4/4? Cool, thank you. Okie doke, let's do this. Yeah, so unless he has Swords to Plowshares in hand, we can actually do pretty good this turn. We'll want this next turn, and we're going to hope to draw into more burn. So we take 4 down to 3, but we knock Batterskull out because we, yeah. Well, this is not good, but let's do this. We're going to put this back and put this back. Bounce the token. We'll at least get to knock out the cloth. We're at least making a game of it. I mean, if the opponent draws, hopefully he draws a land. I mean, because here, he can either activate the Celestial Colonnade or return the Batterskull, and if he has a land, replay it. What's the best draw for us out of the opponent? Is there one? So we're going to burn on top. Instant speed burn. Do we have any other instant speed burn? Not really. Celestial Colonnade is just a problem. So like Lava Claw Reaches could like outrace it if we had a higher life total, but we can't really gain life. And we're taking 1 a turn from the arena. Okay, that's probably game. That is probably game. Not probably, it is. Okay, let's concede it. So we lose. I feel like if we ever hit our reanimation effect, we probably could not lose, especially from that point. If we like reanimate a Gristlebrand, he can activate and do. No, he can't. He can't do anything about it. He may have counters though, like actual factual counterspell. I don't know. I think we played it right though. Sower is not good. Stratus Dancer feels pretty good. Roast is meh against Batterskull. Duress is very good here. Force Spike I think could randomly be good. What don't I like in this deck? I'm going to take some of the creatures out. I'm going to hope just to combo them. Do I have any more instants? That's not an instant, is it? I need to be able to get rid of his land. Lightning Molar? No. And Stereo Flow is a sorcery. So we don't really have a good way of getting rid of the Celestial Colonnade at all. Languish may just be terrible here too. I mean, it stops Batterskull for a turn. Blah. We do not have artifact removal in red, unfortunately. I think Languish comes out too. Unfortunately. I still think Phyrexian Arena is okay. I mean, it's worse because he's Jeskai and has burn and can just randomly start burning us out. Augur's meh. What does he get? It gets, I guess, Exhume. Duress. Pillar of Flame seems pretty bad. Grim Lavamancer may be okay. Just like a random, like, it could just randomly, like, life people. But I think this is our 40. Even, like, Mishra's Factory. No, we have the Lava Claw. Mishra's Factory just screws up our fixing and, like, just randomly gets removed by instant speed burn. If it was, like, blue-white, I may consider it. So I think this is the deck. I think this... Well, Revoker is interesting, too. Is Dark Ritual worth consideration? I guess you could turn 1 Gristlebrand. No, we're not going to do that. Release on the play. Gives us fast ounce to reanimation effects. I'm not feeling confident about this matchup, though. Okay. Well, we're going to keep this. We have the Augur, which could transmute into like some good draw effects, like Compulsive Research, or like our Entomb, Exhume package, or we could run into one of those randomly. Plus, we have good early interaction in the form of Force Spike and Inquisition. I think here we just play our basic out, Inquisition turn 1, and we will take this all day long. Cool, you know I have a Force Spike and an Augur. The Force Spike becomes an awful lot worse now, obviously. That's a very strong draw. I think that's going to seal the game up. Daze? If you want to daze this, go ahead. I don't think that's one you want to bounce either. I think Collective Brutality... Yeah, we don't have a way to discard from hand right now, so if we randomly get one of our drops we can't, like our Gristlebrand that we can't ever cast, or we don't want to cast, I think the Preordained is a stronger card, but We have Jace, and that'll get us through cards, much like Preordained will. Won't be the ones we want, per se. Do I play around Counter Magic? I don't think I do here. I think I have to land this. If I get countered, it stinks. But, this is not a profitable card to bounce, obviously. That kind of goes without saying. I don't think he will either. Okay, it's a good one. He's going up on cards. We'll Collective Brutality him next turn, depending on what we see here. That's not good here. That is. So we'll cast it next turn so we can utilize it. Here, I think what we do is we leave up the Brainstorm Force Spike, and we go ahead and collect it. Well, no, we have the Brainstorm now. We can put it back in deck. Okay, so what I like is this. Let's go ahead and look at his hand and get his instants and sorceries. Interesting. Well, we're losing our Jace for sure next turn, I think. He doesn't have red mana. What's the best card in his hand? If he draws red, great for him, but Sphinx's Revelation we probably can't beat. Banefire is interesting too. We can't counter it. Well, we're chipping away. If he just misses here, it's going to be very good for us, because Stratus Dancer is very good against his deck. So we know he hit a land. Cool. He can't cast really anything relevant, though. Okie doke. So I'm going to kill my Jace here. Is he debating countering this with what? With what? He's wondering what it is. And I think if I'm him, I know what it is. There's not a lot of morphs in black. I don't think there's any. You know, I think I know this is Stratus Dancer. We're good. We're not going to be super greedy. We can't cast this turn. We have random Force Spike. Really, what we're worried about is like the Ralzurk or the Burn, possibly. I don't know. Banefire just gets... But once we get Consecrated Sphinx down, I think what we do is this. We like counter whatever his play is here. We Vend click him next turn to keep him off counters, and then we land the Consecrated Sphinx. I think that breaks the mirror. That's cool. Pay one more for it, dude. You know I have this card, too. Why would you cast this into it? This is a mirror breaker. Do you have a Daze? I don't think you do. I think you just conceded. Yeah, okay. That may have been a shame concede, too, because, like, that's a known. So we're still bad, even though I would love to take that card. I think Pillar of Flame goes up in value because that card's in his deck. Then again, Firebolt has a similar effect. Yeah. Arc Trail as well. Yeah, we're not totally dead to that card. Huh. If we could only get like the turn 1 Entomb, turn 2 Exhume, no counter magic, Gristlebrand, draw 7, I win. I don't think that's going to be the case. It's a very high variance draw, obviously. What do we think of Underground Connections? I already have Phyrexian Arena. Underground Connections is like a worse version. It's like a 4-mana version of Phyrexian Arena because you can't use the turn that comes into play if you're casting it on 3. Yeah, let's submit it. Plus he has Burn. Like, I think Phyrexian Arena is... It's obviously a lot better against, like, Esper or Blue-White Azorius, but, against Jeskai, I think it's a lot worse. I haven't seen a lot of good tempo cards out of him, though, other than the Burn, and it's probably just for creature removal. Maybe he started, like, at a Twin Shell and, like, just missed. I don't know. S2K. I wonder what that stands for. Interesting name. Okie doke. Yeah, running Glenalandra into Force Spike that you know about is kind of meh. Maybe he felt like he had to do it just to stay in the game. I don't know. The Jace was a very strong top deck, though. I can't say that we didn't get lucky there in pulling that because this is he mulled very hard for one, and like this is obviously a game all about card advantage. Which, I'll be honest, I think these Control V Control mirrors, well, I think his deck is slightly favored, because his deck appears to be more hard control. Although, Koth seems like he just missed on win cons for it. I think these like hard control decks are probably better against combo control decks, but they're very fun games to play for me because they reward decent play skill. I mean, there are board states where you just cannot win. Opponent's obviously on some sort of break. That's fine. We're behind on clock anyways, probably because we're talking. Well, this hand is absolutely not keepable, even though like the cards in it are awesome. We have to mull. A lot better. Duress is great. Put on top. I like that. Turn 1 interaction is good. It's where I want to be. Augur to hopefully hit into Entomb. Don't waste slam me, bro. Do I care about Incinerate? Not really. I guess it randomly gets the Stratus Dancer on turn 3. Alright, we're going to be a little speculative here because we can get that with, like, Inquisition 2. Take the Tamiyo. It's fine. That was a curious draw, though. He may burn off our Augur. That's fine, but, like, I don't want him to burn off the Stratus Dancer. That's the worst. That is very good, though. I don't think he'll Incinerate this off. It's just not enough of a threat. And he has decent threats in hand. Maybe he's going to counter it with like a miscalc. That's fine. But this card's obviously good in the Control V Control matchup. Actually, it's a pretty flexible card. You know, I don't think a lot of people give Augur credit. You know, because obviously it's a card up. He's going to burn it off. Awesome. Guys, I can't believe how lucky we are. That makes us so happy. All right, we missed with it, but like honestly, that's fine. If we had hit with that, that would be like the worst card or worst use of Incinerate. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to hit him on upkeep and try to get rid of the Glen Alandra. Kira, cool. Oh, Kira Knightley. Thing in the Ice is actually kind of cool too. If he has Counterspell here, that stinks. If he does not, however, this is going to be very good. Alright. You have random. Probably going to be Koth. If it's Koth, it's going to be terrible. That stinks. Griselbrando. Koth would be bad. Batterskull would be bad. What do you have? He just taps it. Okay, he missed. Play the land out. Play around Mana Leak. This has got to be good enough. I hope it is. I really do, guys. Okay. We'll draw if we need to. Do we play a land this turn? No, I think we're okay, though. Okie doke. So we have Force Spike. We have everything in the world up. We don't obviously need this. I think we just won this game, guys, though. His play with the Incinerate was very bad. And Duress is an awesome board card against his deck. We obviously had to get very lucky, though. because we did compulsive research into a Gristlebrand, which is what we were hoping to have happen. But we also got the Entomb. I mean, we just drew like straight gas off compulsive research. Well, cool. So we're off to a good start here. Like I said, I still think this is like a 2-1 deck. We'll see what we face in the end here. If it's like green ramp, I think our matchup is a lot less good against that than it was with our last Grixis deck because we only have one real sweeper. But we do have a lot of burn. We have more burn in this deck than we did in our other Grixis deck, and we have a lot more we can board in. So it's a lot more early interaction, so they can't get to like their mid-range plays. Whereas the other deck I think was better like once they got into the mid-range of coming back. But we'll see. We'll see what we pick up here. I don't know. Like I have a history of either playing Gristlebrand or Thalia or Inferno Titan. Those are kind of my 3 mantra cards in this Legacy Cube. Inferno Titan, I think, being the one that is the least rated, or is the most underrated. I think that card gets underrated a lot. And I know it probably sounds funny to a lot of people hear like Inferno Titan underrated, but I think in this cube it is. It often goes very late. So, let's see how we can do here. This hand's terrible. Wow. Okay, well, we may just scrub out this last round to bad draws. Okie doke. Entomb land. Mage Inquisition our own. Yeah. Get out of here. So, I don't think we can win this game. Okay, maybe we can win this game. We need to be a draw Collected Company. Collected Company is the best draw off the top. He has to play a small creature. Manador, well, I guess anything. Rite of Flame would have been better than Inquisition against that card. Pass it back. This was a terrible mull, though. I don't think we're ill-favored against this deck, though. Unless he runs a ton of Planeswalkers. Those are bad for us. This is Garrick. Nissa. Okay. Can try to life us really fast. Cool. Okay. More land. That's fine, too. Cool. I can burn that off. That's cool. I'd rather have that happen than to take the damage. Oh, blue mana would be stellar. Blue mana. Composer Research is not bad. We're going to see a Garrick. Wow, opponent's greedy. He should pressure his... I think he should press his advantage. He wants to draw cards. This is a greedy opponent. He should just life us. We're like mana screwed. We're mana screwed to the 9s. Okay, play your Garrick out. We are mana screwed to the 9s here. Just bad. 3-3, go. Okay. Which land do we need the least? Feel like it is this one. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm so silly. What did I just do to myself? Well, this is embarrassing. I just totally forgot I had Gristlebrand in hand. I needed to discard that. Well, Languish, I guess. Or Collective Brutality. Maybe the deck loves us. Maybe I feel like we shouldn't be able to win this game. I don't know. We just totally screwed that up. Let's see what happens, though. This could be funny. What do you got? Nothing? Okay. Interesting. So, let's play this out. See if we can hit the Collective Brutality. No, we cannot. Can we stay alive? Well, next turn if we miss, we can Vendilion click to block. The play error is terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess like I just cast that and I was like, oh yeah, I got this. And I wasn't thinking. I was thinking I was on control or something. I don't know. I don't even know what happened there. Long day at work, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we whiffed pretty hard there. The discard was definitely land Gristlebrand. into can't possibly lose the game. I don't think. Wood Elves, cool. Okay, you're drawing a lot of cards. Do you have gas? Craterhoof just wins here, I think, if he has that. Kiora is cool. Well, Kiora actually beats Gristlebrand. So I think what we need to do is kill the Kiora with the Vendilion Click. Alright, he's mono Planeswalker.deck. We'll lose this thing to this. Are we dead next turn? Yeah, we're dead. So that's 2/2. So we block 1, 3, 3, 6, 5. What does this do? Yeah, tons of them. We're not quite dead, but can we come back with Gristlebrand? No, because of Kiora, and we have to kill the Kiora to make the Gristlebrand work. Let's concede this. I think we can win this match, though. Even after like the dire misplay that actually probably would have assuredly won us the game. This is great here. I think Roast is fine. I think Stratus Dancer gets in there. Force Spike, get in there. Duress, get in there. Thing in the Ice gives us another option, kind of similar to Languish, to get back in the game. I think this is probably our worst creature card. Repeal gets rid of a token and draws us into cards. We'll wait on that to see if we cut it. We didn't see flyers. Inquisition, is that good, this matchup? Yeah, it gets rid of Fellows and stuff like that, Mana Dorks. It's a fast start. Liliana seems a little... Well, Liliana's always good. I mean, come on, who am I kidding? Maybe Augur? Yeah, Augur seems slow. We need to outspeed him. Maybe Roast is not that good. Not as good as I think it is. Not as efficient. It's a lot of damage, though. He doesn't seem like mid-range. He seems like a Planeswalker ramp. Draw all the cards. Brainstorm. We got this to discard out of hand, this to discard out of hand, which we totally failed to do last game. The Collective Brutality discarded out of hand. Wharf Infiltrator discarded out of hand. Entomb, put it from the deck into the graveyard. Okay, so this is better. What else do we want to cut? Maybe... Do we need Phyrexian Arena and Jace Beleren? Probably not both. Or do we just not want the Force Spike? We're on the play. Force Spike's a lot better on the play. I think for this game, and this may be blasphemy, I think we cut this. Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, okay. Because Thing in the Ice is like good against Planeswalkers and like bounces a crap ton of creatures. And is like a similar effect to Languish, I think. Well, I think we keep this. And we let him play... We're going to Inquisition him. And we let him play, like... We let him keep, like, a 1-mana dork. Okay, what is the best card here? Probably a Fertile Ground. We'll get rid of the Sylvan. Although I would doubt if that is his turn 2 play. If it is, great. Well, that's not a good draw. Well, that's very good. We will bounce the token. Not liking it, guys. I mean, I guess we are only 2 turns away from Consecrated Sphinx. Discard off the top is live for Exhume, but I don't have 2 black, so it's going to have to be like, I don't know. Okay, Sylvan Library probably comes back to draw gas. Yep. That makes sense. I could see him producing mana here. Yeah, I could still see him producing mana. Yep. Okay. Now, what is the best? That's not a bad start. So let's do this first. Wharf Infiltrator may be too slow. Is it? This is going to the bottom. This is going to go to the top. Wait. And we'll see what we do next turn. He may block this. If he does not, can he beat a Griselbrand? I guess it depends on what he gets off Sylvan. Or do we play Consecrated to beat the Sylvan? Because it looks like he's off the top ropes right now. Alright, add mana. This is going to be something huge, which is unfortunate. Primeval Titan, Fertilid Ground, whatever. That's fine. It doesn't cycle or anything. It's just more mana. He's trying to pump that thing to 6, I think. Exile the top. 7 cards, putting over a creature. Okay. Cool. Okay, so he can't block now. Unless he plays, like, a Deranged Hermit. What do we think of Sylvan Library to turn off his draw? Or, I'm sorry, Consecrated Sphinx to turn off his draw. It's a lot slower than Griselbrand. Outpost Siege... Oh, okay, no, we don't. Outpost Siege just beats Consecrated Sphinx. Because it's not technically drawing. And he won't activate his Sylvan. Plus, Griselbrand just closes the game out so fast. Attack for 2. Cool. No? Okay, but you can't block it, dude. We're going to save that. Alright, so let's attack in first and see what he's up to. Force Spike's probably not good. Alright, Griselbrand. No, not that one. How about these two? Yes. Or actually, let's... Do we cut him down on mana by killing the Eternal Witness? Seems pretty meh. But then again, it plays around Crater Hoof, just like mising us. He has no creatures in... Oh, we don't... Okay. We do this first. Griselbrando. I think we do hit it here. Just so we can keep more cards in hand. I think 7. Yeah, we do. Okie doke. I think we keep the Lava Claw. It's slow, and we discard the Mountain. Oh, it's 2 cards? Probably Duress at this point. Yep. Vidillion Clique's a threat. X-Spell we can get, like a Genesis Wave. If he like just goes all in on it. Force Spike it. It's about the only thing I can think of, though. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, correction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 9 mana. Tooth and Nail we get 2. I counted... Alright, now we can't. If he has Tooth and Nail, we can't get it now. Okay, what did he exile with this? Oh, I'm sorry, not that. Utupa Sprawl, cool. I feel pretty good about that. We're going to hit the Zonagos for sure. Maybe he has a flyer. Hopefully we can bolt it out of the way. Okay, yeah, so tons of mana. Let's see what this is. What do we have here? Oh, yeah, I think it's going to make like infinite mana. Maybe we should have bolted that, given that context. All right, he's going to exile 2 things. That's actually not bad, though, because we can bolt and then kill the Liliana. We need to hit the Zonagos this next turn, though, because we can't allow him just to like go infinite on that thing. And we have the Consecrated Sphinx as a follow-up play, which is cool. So we played this out. Although Lava Claw was an interesting choice as well. What we do is this. So we burn this thing off so it cuts down his mana production. We can leave up a Vidillion Clique as well. But he'll make a 2/2 most likely. Well, we have to Lily here. He is going to... most likely play a 2/2. He could also exile the top like million cards of his library. Do we care about Liliana? Not really when he's on 0 cards. So now goes to Reveler, perfect. Land, cool. And we still have the Languish to come back from behind. So Consecrated Vessel will draw us into a bunch of cards. We have the Vend to click here. Does he take damage? No. Okay. He may just be sorting them. Okay, so land off the Exile effect. Nature's Lore. It's fine. It's frankly fine. I mean, he's an infinite mana anyways. Create a 2/2. Cool. Do I want to Vend click myself? Actually, Vend click 7. Yeah, I think I do, but do I keep Liliana? No, I don't know. No, I don't. I don't need Liliana anymore. So we're going to go ahead and Vendilion click on our end step so we can bang Xenagos down significantly. And actually we can kill Xenagos here. We'll do this to ourselves. Okay. Entomb. Arc Trail, cool. Well, actually, we can do it all, I think. Let's see. Not quite. Alright, so... No, I can't do math. We can. So, get this. Get him. Kill Xenagos. Yes. And, yeah, play this. That's only 5. Never mind. We will not. The cool thing is, if he tops a random planeswalker like a Garruk, we can bolt the... Rofellos is fine. Like, what do we care about mana at this point? Do we? Not really. Still Force Spike a Genesis Wave. Okay, cool. He's finally drawn into him. Cool. All right, I feel like we just cannot lose. He's on 11, so this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On 2, 6. 6, 9, 10. Can't kill him this turn. Very close. So what we do here is we play this silly thing out, leaving up the Force Spike. Yep. Okie doke. We'll cast this out. There is no way I'm discarding that. I'm out of reanimation effects, period. Don't have like a Snapcaster to recurse them. So he's top 2 cards. Well, yeah. And we will discard the island. Cool. Raging Ravine's fine. Comes to play tap. He's dead next turn. I'm going to draw 2. If he wants to Sylvan, he's going to take a beating. Solar is awesome too. Okie doke. Yeah. Yep. Do we need more? Okay. That's enough. We don't probably need more cards than that. We're down to 8 in deck. That's fine. What threat do you have? Is it something I can Force Spike? Genesis Wave would be sick, because I could Force Spike the heck out of that if he like goes all in on it. It's probably a Planeswalker of some sort. Activate. Okay. Natural Order? Is Natural Order in this cube? Eldritch Evolution? Okay. He's off it. Cool. Alright. We did see some red mana. Does he have Burn? I don't think so. So, fellows. Duress is good against the Planeswalkers. Do I like Bonfire? Meh. If we had Brainstorm in the deck, I may play it. Huh. So, we are back on the draws. Force Spike, lose value. I think Force Spike is still... Force Spike is kind of meh. I think I like it better than the other stuff we have going on. I like Phyrexian Arena. Okay. Alright, let's Mize. Let's win the third game where we should have won the first, I think. Okay. We'll keep it. We'll want that for Rafello's turn too. Or evidently nothing turn 2. We need a way to discard, though. We can cast the Consecrated Sphinx. The Gristlebrand is, like, beyond belief uncastable. It's 8 mana. Yeah. The game will likely be over by then. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so I think what we do here is we inform our decision first. We play this out. What's the worst for us? Nissa Vital Force probably is. We get rid of the Sylvan, though. Sylvan will let him draw into gas. Ulamog's gas. Nissa takes him up to 4 next turn, and then likely the next turn he can play Vital Force unless he misses on land. But Nissa does thin him by 1. But he has Rack, but he can't play it next turn. So it gives us more time. And actually, randomly enough, we could set up... We can't quite set up the Stratus Dancer next turn. Sylvan Library is the card we're taking, though. And, yeah, Rofellos, we love you, but we're burning you off. And, I mean, if we my spells, we could just, like, bounce a 5/5 if he does get the Nissa into play and, like, kill the Nissa. Or not the Nissa, the other Nissa. I think we're going to... Scroll Rack? Cool. Okay. Well, this gives us more ounce to playing the Stratus Dancer morphed and countering a Planeswalker. But we'll see what happens here. And a 7/8 is no joke against, like, essentially a red-blue deck. That was a stellar draw. Alright, guys. I think we hope to mise land, and we just take care of what he has in hand. We'll see. We may just get, like, owned. Fertile Ground? Yeah, it's fine. Cool. Cool, cool. Burn will be good here. Although, it's just going to flip it back to hand, so not per se great. Cool. Land is actually now probably the best. Stratus Dancer, getting Stratus Dancer down to stop this, and plus it's going to get us closer to the Sphinx, is very strong. Cool. You know what we do here? I think what we do is this. We leave our non-basics open. Or our basics open, rather. Cast face down. Cool. Now, Raging Ravine will eventually get big, but maybe we can set up a turn where we keep, like, instant. Like, we only have, like, 1 burn instant in hand that can bounce the Raging Ravine back to hand. Scroll Rack's very interesting in this deck. Oh, wait, this is blue, isn't it? I am misplaying like a champion. Cool. Go ahead. Make a 5/5. Okay. Return target permanent, maybe? Sylvan Library would be interesting here. Okay, cool. This is so techy. This is what we're going to do, though. We're going to Entomb, bounce the land back to hand, replay it, and then just destroy him, I think. What do we want? Nothing really, do we? What don't we want? We don't want the Force Spike anymore, I don't think. Force Spike's so dead. Yeah. Although maybe we just next leveled him as opposed to misplaying. Oh, we could have countered that, but yeah, hey, whatever. 7-8 is tough to deal with on red-green. Garrick may do it. It's fine. It's more land, though. Sweet. Scroll Rack exiles as opposed to drawing, right? He'll block here, I think, to get more cards in hand for Scroll Rack. We can kill pretty fast here, though. He better play some relevant threats, you know? Enrager Veen's dead now. He's got lands in hand. Yep. Vendilion Click is good. Lava Claw is getting pretty close to nasty, too, and we're only one land away from like randomly casting a Gristle Brand. We've had two significant misplays. This Nissa was a terrible misplay. In the first game we played in this match, I think we could have won. We just like blanked out. We blanked out on the Stratus Dancer as well. It's not a card I commonly play, but I mean, I'm just playing like crap tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I am normally not this bad, but tonight, evidently, I am. If he has an Ugin or something like that just randomly wins, can we kill next turn? 7, 4, it's 11? No, not quite. I think we leave up Vend Click because we can't. We may activate the Lava Claw Reaches, though, and still keep up the Vendilion Click. Just don't get like Mised by like an Ugin. But like Scroll Rack makes that pretty bad. Okay, interesting. He could like fix mana randomly, untap another target permanent, so he can like scroll. I don't know what he's doing here. I don't know. That's cool though. I mean, like it'll block. It'll give him time. That may be the play. It's just time. He's like 2/2 time. Cool. I do like his deck though. It's pretty cool. All right, interesting. Do we make him draw 3 cards and then like draw infinite? No, he has a ton of lands in hand. We leave up Vend Click. Okay. Well, we're going to play on our land anyways. I think we don't Vendilion Clicker. I think we do it after he scroll. Okay. It's cool. Scroll Rock kind of beats Vendilion Click, huh? Let's just see what he's got. Okay. He likes the cards. Is that... yeah, we'll put it on the bottom. Let him draw. This should be game. Yep. All right, well, I guess we got 5 of them now. Even though we played miserably, I don't feel like we should have won that. Our deck was pretty cool, though. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's about 8 p.m. here. I'm probably going to cut it off. And apologize again for poor misplay, because that was abysmal. However, I think we drafted decently well. We didn't get a lot of the removal we wanted. We obviously... The counter magic just goes. I mean, I don't know where that ever is at. I mean, I guess I did pass up as Dissipate. Terrible card, though. Terrible card. But very fun cube. Played against some cool decks. And managed to Mise pretty well, even though... we like Mise the best of the best on our mold to like 4, and still managed to screw it up. Oh, maybe I just didn't feel like I should win. I don't know. All right, guys, take care.